we have what maybe seems to be MDI banner toys.
Yes.
So, yeah, when you use it, plant a banner representing your success against the Tormented. That's for Mythic Dungeon International Season 2. So, I suppose they've put this in for the MDI teams, which is really cool. I don't know how players will get this, or if this will be, an award or a reward for the MDI.
Buy it on the shop.
Oh, don't be. Oh, they could totally do it. You buy it in the shop, and then there is, a sort of like a pay split thing where it makes the prize pool go up.
Yeah, and
just that they need to actually do that good and proper, not the way they did it with those two toys, which got a lot of criticism from the WoW esports community.
Yep.
But they do look cool. As always.
But they do.
Artists do a very good job.
I love how they've got the little hourglass just in the middle to remind everyone, timers, hurry up, quick, go fast.
We've got an odd thing then, a rock and roll racing toy.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. Rock and roll racing. Here it is. It's in World of Warcraft. I kind of wonder how those will work. But yeah, hey, that's neat. So there is that. All right, moving on then. Moving on. We have got mouse overcasting be baked into the game without the need for macros or add-ons.
Yeah, so there's nothing about any of this appears anywhere in PTR at the minute. They haven't said anything about it, but that is a data men string, which means it may not be 9.1.5.
Yeah,
but it's certainly something they are seemingly going to add in. I'd like to see someone talk about it from Blizzard's angle, because this is completely and utterly insane. Like, every healer since the dawn of time who's wanted to heal effectively has either had to use click, had to use something like implied target, which hasn't been updated since 2016, so lucky it still works, or fill the macro book with macros. So now it's like, oh yeah, here's this really simple thing that is functionality in the game. We can now just make it default. And you do immediately think, why did you not do this in 2006, in 2008, 2010? But they're doing it.
Yep.
No one's been asking for it. Everyone just accepted what the problem is. So if this is something they're going for, then it shows that almost the same with the dressing room links. It is someone at Blizzard has sat down and went, what can we do to improve the game? Instead of running around trying to put out fires. They've had a bit of a think to go,
yeah,
can we do this? Why not? Seems good. So
yeah, no, that's absolutely good.
I'm extremely, extremely happy with that, because it speaks a lot to how they're thinking about things internally. And also it's a good fucking feature.
Yeah, absolutely. The next thing then is also interesting. A Blizzard Authenticator used for the full use of the LFG tool. That's pretty big. So accounts will now require an attached BNet authenticator to post custom text when listing a group for dungeons, raids, or rated PvP activities. All players may still search for and join other players' groups. Now, the dev notes, group finder that's full of advertisements bothers us as much as it does you, but a challenge we've faced in trying to eliminate those ads is they are often posted by compromised accounts or other throwaway accounts, such that penalties incurred by in-game reporting have not proven to be an effective deterrent. So basically, right, if a bunch of that is coming from like hackable, compromised accounts, well, if you require an authenticator to do custom text, well, accounts with two-factor authentication enabled are generally not hacked compared to ones with 2FA not enabled, especially when it's like this. 2FA, not via text. I mean, not that for this, somebody would compromise your phone carrier in order to get through.
Of course.
By the way, like if something is truly, you really need security, do not use mobile phone authentication via SMS. Do it by an app or do it via physical authentication key. But yeah, basically, this should mean less compromised accounts posting advertisements and bullshit.
Yep, good change.
That is good.
Good change. Is it like systematic change that will address all the problems? No. Did they say that would take time and is a difficult solution? Yes. So I'll sort of trust them on that.
Yeah.
But what this means is 9.1.5 going forward, Group Finder will look better, which is a massive user experience improvement.
Absolutely.
So, sweet.
Another interesting thing then is we have playstyle filters of casual, standard, hardcore, and earn conquest. Who knows what the full set will actually be. Also, you can't require a Mythic Plus rating higher than your own. You can't require a PvP rating higher than your own. And for some more strings, PvP rating required and M Plus rating required. So this is Blizzard giving you more tools to just have a more high quality listing, If you're just casually doing an M+8, all you want to do is time the key and move on, great. If you want to +3 it, you're, going big sweaty, well, use the hardcore tag. More filtering options, more things like that. This is great.
Yep.
Yeah, brilliant. There's also, speaking of filters, mount journal filters for ground, flying, and aquatic. So that's also quite nice. I think the mount journal, generally, they should polish that up, integrate some of the achievements into it. There's a lot more they could do.
Yeah.
Mount equipment, we need to use that not to solve problems perceived by developers. We need to use that to create cool new things for people to get and cool new fantasies for mount families. But that's a topic for later. Some other things. Now, this is really good. It doesn't matter humongously, but I think especially for the new players. So these are quest status and error messages, basically, that will have the game actually tell you why something doesn't work.
Which is, extremely valuable to the overall experience of playing the game. Like, it's a minor thing, but it's so close to the experience, and it does so much to stop you feeling like you're playing a janky game that hasn't really been fixed too hard since 2004.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of the problem of, that failed. You're like, what do you mean?
So it's stuff like you're too low a level, you're too high a level, your reputation's too low for a quest, you don't actually have the required expansion to do a quest. And there's a few other ones as well, person's attempt to share a quest has failed, you are too high, level. Just lots of little things like that will mean the game will be giving people better feedback, so they'll actually understand why something doesn't work. Basically, this will cut down on Googling. And that is a good thing, because you don't want to always be dragged out of a game experience and into a website experience, because that breaks your immersion. So, yeah. As much as a text pop-up does break your immersion a bit, it's not as bad as fully yanking you out of the experience.
Yeah, well, it's the idea for especially the sharing quest stuff. Usually you share a quest, what's the experience? They're already on that quest, but they don't get that, they don't see that. So, like, are you sharing the quest? And especially in a group of, like, a large group of people trying to do a quest and they're sharing dungeon quests, especially, everyone's like, what's going on? And it's just a point of frustration that happens to new players, returning players, all players. And now they've, not fixed it, but,
yeah,
they've helped players figure out how to solve the problem or what the problem is, which is like, should this have been 2005? Yes. Is it now? Yes. Better late than never.
Yep. Other changes, I think nobody will really notice this, but they've changed some achievements to be a bit less edgy. So instead of bros before ho-ho-hos, it is holiday bromance for that one. And then instead of my sack is gigantic, it is now my storage is gigantic. So, no longer a reference to the scrotum. Big.
Good job.
Moving on then.